Yo, people, welcome back to another preview. This is Premier League Game Week 18 preview for also traveling to Anfield and West Ham to host Manchester United and loads of other games. But yeah, smash that like button and subscribe button as you guys. Um, Join in the comments, of course. No rest, so I will be hosting. Um, and the guests, we've got two guests that support two different teams, but very important teams. One in a title race, one in a relegation scrap. Um, of course, you all know him. It's Manny. How are you?
Yeah, all good, all good, all good. Thank you very much indeed for having me, as always, and nice to be here to talk a little weekend action and some action away from the field, and a little bit early for my liking, but the earlier the better. I can enjoy my sleep.
Yeah. The earlier the better. For me too, really. And then Mr. Steven, of course, his team is facing Newcastle. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Of course, your first time on OTF, so be up. Of that, let's get.
I've got my angel wings on.
Yeah. Mr. B said he will be joining. We'll see. If he can join. But yeah, for now, oh, let's get it started. Of course, the big news that dropped early this morning was, of course, we won't touch on it long, but the European Super League is back. Um, but loads of clubs have rejected it. If we just have a quick look, so the Premier League, the whole of the Premier League, have rejected it.
Yeah.
Dortmund have Inter, Roma, Monaco, Girona, Real Sociedad, Feyenoord are all against the Super
And
League.
the first ones at the start when they announced it, the first ones that came out with a better statement with Athletic Madrid saying they're not moving at all.
Yeah. Also, I forgot who was joining. The Pochettino in all the way, Todd Bowley to the moon and back. His fellow countryman, Todd Bowley. It's JPT. How are you?
Good. We got a Super Bowl. Good guys. How are you guys doing? Sorry I'm late for this stream. I just got on my lunch
We'll
break.
be back shortly, right?
No worries.
We'll be back shortly, right?
I'm good.
We'll be back shortly. Love you.
So yeah, but we're just starting on a light note with the, of course, European Super League. I think the main, of course, I think the reason for me why they are starting it is because Real Madrid, Barcelona, and all the other teams that are in financial trouble are really just, and fan clubs really just want to break away from UEFA and their regulations and spend the money out they want. Basically, that's my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think on why they have really started this whole thing?
But you're right about Barcelona and Real Madrid. Well, especially Barcelona in financial trouble. We understand that one. Obviously, they've gone through different courts. They've gone to La Liga as well and put their point of view across. They have basically said, "Look, we're not backing you. We're not participating in your breakaway." The format. The format looks good, but it's so many games and so many different leagues, and so I think it could be a total mess again. I really do. And like you said, there's already 10 teams. At least 10 teams have already said no.
Yeah.
So it's going to be made up of two big teams and then all the rest, like mediocre teams around Europe that want a bit of money.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think those that want money is going to, of course, join this league. league. I know Bayern also said no, I believe. Loads of clubs. So yeah. Manny, what's your thoughts on the Super League?
I absolutely despise it with every fiber of my being, every
Thank you.
you know the usual cliches. Simply put, I despise it, and I want to shout out my friend Craig Beasley, of course, from the Bournemouth fan channel Up the Cherries in All Departments, who also released a statement today on the channel. And believe me, he didn't mince any words at all. If you're not too fond of blue language, I would suggest you use discretion, because he literally has not held back. And rightly so, because the main reason why the whole thing failed last time is because the fans made it crystal clear that they weren't going to stand for the prospect of the game as they know it in their country, in their locality, being effectively sullied by money. And we've had the usual suspects, some famous, notorious, I should say, YouTubers coming and saying, you know what, the only reason why the likes of UEFA and the Premier League are against it is because they have created a bit of a monopoly, and they can't stand the thought of having other teams, getting other entities or what have you, getting their fair slice of the pie. But you also have to consider, do two wrongs make a right? Not ever. Never ever will they do so. And again, we had protests against the Super League from all the fans, and I think it's because of the wrath, I should say, of those protesters in question, that the clubs quickly decided, you know what, we can't afford to risk it, because I think with an American connection, given that we've got JPT in the building, it was the late former President Gerald R. Ford, God rest his soul, who said that in a true democracy, the people rule. Well, one thing which made me happy with the protests, except of course for when they very nearly turned violent at Old Trafford, is that when it comes to football, the fans rule. The fans are the ones who need to have a say in everything. The fans are the ones who are quite aware that Hanno, that the Premier League, the way it's running the show, is not really the best thing, and it's not really the best way in which they're doing it. Ticket prices, of course, are going through the roof, and the UK is, of course, going through a bit of a cost of living crisis. And don't get me started, of course, on the trouble that people have in buying tickets, although that's really an individual club issue. But we've also got another guest coming in. Welcome to Kyle. And you'll definitely have your say on the Super League once we get to you. But look, I just think that, like, for all... the way I see it is that Barcelona and Real Madrid are going to try their hardest. But what will happen is that a large number of these clubs will weigh the pros and cons and realize that, we can't, give up our soul for, 30 pieces of silver. We cannot be real life Judas Iscariots. And of course, I talk about Judas, of course, because it is Christmas, although in that context, Easter would be the best time to use that. But I think the more and more clubs who put their foot down and say we're not going to turn our backs on the fans just for the sake of a bit more dosh, the more people will realize that maybe it isn't as cracked up as it is. And Chelsea fans saying they just want money, that pretty much sums it up. Maybe there will be a few clubs who will be weak enough to rationalize everything and join this ridiculous boondoggle. But once they take a look at the pros and cons and realize what they're weighing up and what they could possibly be sacrificing, I think more and more clubs will decide to say, sorry, I'm not interested in that. So all we can do is watch, wait, and hope that more and more clubs do what these clubs have done, do the right thing. And well done to the likes of Manchester United, Borussia Dortmund, also Bayern Munich and Real Sociedad, among other clubs. And hopefully, the more clubs who follow their lead, the better. Arsenal, you are being watched.
No, you're right, mate. I mean, like you said, I mean, all the clubs that are putting their foot down, these are the big clubs that they wanted to have in the Super League. If there's going to be Barcelona and Real Madrid that make this league with all mediocre teams, then it's going to fall within seconds because no one's going to watch it because it's going to be Barcelona and Real Madrid that run the show.
Absolutely.
Like you said, Bayern Munich have gone, Borussia Dortmund have gone, United have gone, but Atletico Madrid have gone. They're all going. AC Milan have gone just recently. If they all go, there's no one there.
Yeah, but don't be surprised if a few clubs, especially one or two in Serie A, might end up deciding to do it. But my guess is that even if it does go ahead, I think they will decide that it isn't really worth it. And with the cricket connection, Hannah will remember the ICL, which started before the IPL came in. And because the BCCI arrogantly decided that the ICL was, the rebel league and not in keeping with what we want, it folded fairly quickly. So the ESL could very well go the same way.
Yeah. But JPT, what's your thoughts of us Chelsea fans saying Super League will kill football? What's your
Chelsea
opinion?
fans got to realise if Bob team put the foot down, it won't kill it. So sorry, JPT. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's not gonna. I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. Like Manny and I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Stepsy or Stephen.
Steph. Yeah, Steven. Okay. I don't think I've been on the stream with you because I've seen you around. I'm like, I never got your name. Anyways, well, nice to probably finally meet you. And
you too.
And look, it's not gonna happen. And also, I think they're still gonna hold on to their. Was it the Premier League that said that any club that would try to break away, like how some English clubs have tried to break away from last time, was that they're going to face a 30-point deduction and I think £25 million in a fine. Yes, I know with the they can make some money if they join the Super League, but right now I'm sure it was mentioned that it's only going to be going for the teams that are financially struggling, which is the Barcelona's. I think Juventus is back in was speaking about this. Because they were one of the first three when it first came up years ago with Madrid and Barca. So the other thing too is that it could also attract, and I'm saying this, and I know as a Chelsea supporter, this is going to be weird coming from my side. Teams that are facing potential deductions, fines, charges, to then want to break away because, like for example, City, who's possibly going to be facing. If they're found guilty, which I don't think they are going to be, banned from the Premier League, of course they're going to want to get their to be involved in this upcoming Super League that's being talked about. But it is going to be a shit show for and I'm sorry for the language, but yeah, Manny got spot on, and that if no one is joining, if no one else other than Barca, Madrid, and even Juventus are going to be there, no one's going to watch. No one is going to be just a 3-team race each time, which you can say that for a lot of teams, but at least it's competitive. At least it's, there's rivalries, historic. If this is just a mix-up and mash-up of teams from all over Europe this is just going to help generate money for your whoever's involved. You're not going to be playing Champions League. We're going to make our own tournament. It's not going to have the same prestige. People are not going to watch it. They're not going to care, and it's hard going to get these people involved. The only other way I can see that this becomes a thing is, in my guess, and I'm guessing because of money, if they get the Saudi pro teams involved here, so it's not just a European Super League. It's going to be a oil Super League, if you will.
Yeah.
The
OSL.
Exactly.
Definitely.
I'm glad you mentioned that. And I think a lot of talk, I'm sorry to cut you there, Hanno, but I think a lot of talk was that there is a sort of a screening process, as it were, for teams to be eligible to join this league. And if those eligible teams drop out, we could see this thing fold faster than, just like a pack of cards, really. That's the hope.
Yeah, it'll become a farce when teams are dropping left, right, and centre. It will just become a farce. Like Jimmy said, if the Saudis get involved as well, it's going to make a mockery of the whole system. It's just you want teams in it, but teams are saying, well, hold on a minute, no. The integration of the clubs and the fans want UEFA Champions League. That's the prestige. Not this breakaway. Let's make more money as much as we can. Super League crap.
Also, speaking more about the the like the overall thing out where the big thing is if you join it, you can finish 20th in your league, but still be in the Super League as long
Yeah.
as you don't get relegated.
Mm.
So, yeah, but even Simon, the fans are the bread and butter, yes. But Carl, we'll come to you to wrap it up. Your thoughts on Super League?
My thought on Super League is that I suppose that clubs owned by American owners will join it, like Man United, Liverpool. Yes, United said that they will not join it, but it was so we all know it's all due to PR. That's what United cares about. But we all know American owners they care about what, how much they can get into their pocket, how much more they can earn. So I feel like let's be real, United and Liverpool want to be in the Super League. It's just that they cannot say it publicly because they will be backlashed by the fans.
Man United
Okay.
have come out though
And
said
my
that
thoughts on
they're
it.
definitely not joining. They have come out and official statement have come out and said that they stand by the integrity of the UEFA Champions League and will not be participating in the Super League or any involvement.
Yeah, but
That's
No,
official
but
He
statement.
doesn't
since
trust
when
it.
we
That's the
have
do
to read
official
that way.
statement.
We're not
no,
joining yet.
no, but
Everything can
no,
continue.
but let's be real. Since when do American owners care about integrity of football? If
True.
there's more money involved,
Can't argue
we
with
don't
that.
go for the money.
Can't argue with
Yeah.
that.
So you reckon the American owners join? Do you think, of course,
I'm
it's
just saying
scheduled
that
to start
that
around
clubs
the
like
25th, 26th season? Do you think
I'm just saying
the Super League will start?
um, no, I'm just saying clubs like United putting up those statements. They're just putting it up for PR. They don't they don't really mean it.
Okay, no, fair enough. Fair enough. Um, do you, do you think this will kickstart? Of course, it's scheduled to to start on
It
the
will-
2025-26 season.
I can't see it
Do you
starting.
think
I can't
that
see it. I can't see it. I can't see it kicking off. I really can't.
yeah,
how?
I actually can't see it sticking off.
Okay, no, fair enough.
I
Um,
see it
no,
because
go
they
on.
already have teams like
Yeah,
they
sorry. Yeah,
have
true.
already Premier League clubs going for it. They have like Man City, they have United, Liverpool, clubs like Chelsea. Those clubs where the owners don't really care about what what's the action will about whether the action will affect their fans or not. And I see somebody in the comments wrote that fans are the what is it the backbone of football. Most of these clubs fans are not really cared about by the owners. It's about what the owners want, not about what the fans want.
I get you. I get you. But we'll move on from this. But before we do, let me just go through. Sam says, if you dance with the devil, you wait for the music to stop. Yeah, I, I see where you're coming from. Potentially they can bribe, of course, fancy American owners. Um, but let's talk a bit now about the football. Um, Palace Brighton fan derby, this one. Of course, they don't really like each other. Um, Played at Selhurst Park, and I think last 4 or 5 times it has been played at Selhurst Park. It's been 1-1 draws. Um, so uh, yeah, last 4 times. Last time Palace beat Brighton, at Selhurst Park was 2018. The rest were really draws. Um, do you let's go to let's go Kyle. What do you reckon for this one?
I was tempted to go for a draw, but I changed my mind. to go for a win for Brighton 2-1.
Ooh, away win. That would be the first away win since 20 since 2019, 9th of March 2019. They win at Sellers Park. So yeah, 2-1 Brighton as also just then. Just it's a joke. End of story. Of course, on the Super League. Yeah. Um, I've gone 1-1. I think both teams
Oh,
aren't in
yeah,
the
also,
best of forms. Yeah, go on.
I also want Brighton to win so that Chelsea doesn't get into European competitions.
Uh, to be fair, oh yeah, we 4 points off, so kind of want. Well, I don't really want Palace to win because then they're 2 points behind us.
No, but
So a draw is
but,
the
but
best.
if Brighton wins, if Brighton will be 7 points off.
We don't want that.
They'll be 7 points off Chelsea.
Well, at least we will win a trophy, unlike you this season. Um, so yeah.
Each trophy
But
though.
what Carabao Cup like you that last season?
You'll not win Carabao Cup. Liverpool will beat you in the final.
Liverpool must first be the mighty white, Fulham. Fulham. Remember
Nah,
the name. Relax.
I I
But
I,
let's
I
go.
see I see Salah I see Salah beating guys 3-0 in the final.
No, you
I'm not
both wrong. It's
saying
going to be a Middlesbrough Fulham final. So stop gassing.
Yeah, but let's
we we
let's
all, we all know in the final it will be Chelsea versus Liverpool.
no
Yeah, but if
Chelsea
you're a real
versus
There's,
Fulham
Fulham,
fan and you really want to,
South
if you're
West
neutral,
London
if
derby.
you're neutral and you're not in it, you really want to see a Middlesbrough Fulham final, don't you? You mean you want to see the underdogs. You don't want to see the same crap week in week out in the
I
finals like
want to
Chelsea and
see.
Liverpool.
I want to see Fulham
No,
versus
no,
Chelsea
Hannah, you're different. You want to see Chelsea
final.
in the final because you're a Chelsea fan. I understand that, but from a neutral,
No, because it's
you
a
want to see the
Southwest.
underdogs. You want to see a Borough and the Fulham in the final
Okay.
have a chance for them to win a
Okay.
trophy.
Um.
You're sick and tired of seeing
Um.
no,
Chelsea
but
Liverpool all the time.
Yeah. Okay. But let's move. Let's talk about this
he,
game.
he does
As a
doesn't
City
he
fan,
doesn't want to lose in the final. That's why he's afraid to lose to Liverpool in the final.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
By the way,
joining
He
Hannah,
us.
we've
knows
got
that Liverpool beats them.
Yeah.
Yeah, lads.
It's me.
Are you
Yeah.
doing all right?
Yeah, Mr. B.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Simon,
late.
as a City fan, I hope we get relegated. Then I will feel like passion once again at live matches. I well, I don't know. But I've gone 1-1 draw
This
of
is
course last 4 games at Sellers Park. I've been draws and both teams really out of form of late. Um, so 1-1 draw for me. Of course, if this game ends in a draw or a Palace win, it's really good for my team. If we beat of course Wolves,
Wolves.
but
if you beat Wolves, that's a big
yeah, yeah,
lift.
yeah. You need to beat West Ham. Remember that. So shush.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but Manny, what's your prediction for this one?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go so far to say that Brighton are out of form because, when they came over to the Emirates, we made them look very, very ordinary indeed. But they did have a chance of their own, which Pascal Gross should have scored. How he didn't, I will never know. And of course, they do have the bit between their teeth because their European form has actually been quite good. They, of course, qualified for the knockout stages of the Europa League as group winners ahead of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and his Marseille boys. So I actually think that in as much as Brighton have this tendency to sort of not really produce the goods of late, they are capable of stepping it up when it matters. And Palace just to me seem to be a team really lacking in any sort of confidence, any sort of guidance. I think Roy has decided that he'd sooner be, back in the retirement home, as it were. And yeah, so I'm actually going to go for a Brighton win, 2-1. I see Mr. Davies has gone for a Desmond, but I think Brighton will have the edge in this one. The Eagles and the Seagulls, almost rhyming there, but I wonder which of these two birds will come out on top. not too big of a fan of a sort of a bird fight or what have you, but you know,
Yeah.
the Eagles may be powerful on paper, but don't underestimate the Seagulls.
Yeah. Let's go, Stephen.
Yeah, well, for me, Palace are down there in the dogfight. They're in a bit of bad form, and I need them to be dragged into the relegation fight for us to stay up. I've looked at it, and obviously I've seen Palace live against them, and they looked okay, but not too good.
Fantastic.
Too good. They've got 2 or 3 players like Edouard and Alessi that look brilliant on their day, but I think Brighton will be a little bit too powerful for them. I mean, they've got some good players. That young player they've got as well looks decent. Can't remember his name. What was his name, Mr. B? Can you remember?
So who's that?
That Brighton player.
What, Matoma? Matoma?
I think you're thinking of Ferguson, right?
Ferguson, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
He's a good prospect as well. So I've gone for exactly the same as Manny, and I've got the same as Kyle. I've gone for Brighton to win 2-1.
JPT.
Yeah, and I'm gonna agree with everyone so far. I'm gonna say Brighton take 2-1, maybe 3-1. I mean, Crystal Palace haven't won at home since I believe Wolves back in September. And then Brighton they're still I mean, you can say that Crystal Palace, they have some decent matches or in the last 2 games, being against Liverpool and City, having a comeback versus City, and they were leading versus Liverpool until they got the red card, and then it just went downhill from there. I just don't think they're gonna get their first win versus Brighton, the way Brighton are looking. So I would just say 2-1. Probably Matoma and March, if both are healthy to play, to score.
Okay. Mr. B.
Good call, March. I forgot about him.
Yeah,
well, too.
Yeah, it's good. It's good result for Palace the other day, getting that draw with City. That was great for them. I laughed. Did anyone see that coverage they showed of Roy laughing at Guardiola on the?
Yeah, I saw that on Sky earlier.
I thought, nice one, Roy. He laughing his head off, wasn't he, when he got the penalty, laughing at Guardiola and that. And but anyway, yeah, but I think Brighton are a really good team. I know Palace got that good result, but I think Brighton will be too good for Palace. I really do. I'm going to go 2-0 Brighton.
Oh, a clean sheet for either Verbruggen or Steele, whoever plays.
Whichever one, Manny, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Next game, Aston Villa against Sheffield United.
Oh.
Let's just run through the scores. I've gone 2-0 Aston Villa. Manny.
I've gone 3-1.
3-1 Aston Villa.
Same as Carl. Stephen.
Yeah, Villa will be too good. 3-1.
3-1 as well. Must be.
Well, no one's giving old Gene Wilder a chance, are they? The manager of Chris Wilder, manager of Sheffield United. But I mean, I don't know. No, I think Villa should be too good, shouldn't they? I'm gonna go 4-1 Villa.
Oh boy.
Okay. JPT.
Yeah.
I'm surprised everyone's giving Sheffield a goal. I was going to say 3-0 to Villa. I mean, at home. Wilder, yeah. I'm going to call him Gene Wilder for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
He's that golden ticket.
He was his implements, mate. Yeah.
You lose. Good day to you, sir. That's exactly what Chris Wilder's going to be hearing at Villa Park. I'm going to say 3-0. Emery with another masterclass again, and then the whole team's just looking great at Villa right now.
Okay.
I've lost over 15 games. I mean, it's some record.
Yeah. Cole, come to your team. You put in a shift against Liverpool. Now you go Wait to the Hammers.
Wait. Hanno, I don't think we got Kyle's prediction for.
Yeah, he said
Villa.
3-1. He said 3-1.
Oh,
Says 3-1.
sorry about
Yeah,
that.
it is
Sorry
3-1,
about
yeah.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Didn't hear him.
Carl, West Ham, Man U.
2-1. It's
2-1.
an optimistic prediction. Yeah, 2-1.
2-1 West Ham. Yeah, absolutely. Spot on.
No, 2-1 to Man United.
Yeah.
Not to West Ham.
Don't listen to that. No, he's joking with you, mate. Isn't he?
We're impressed with your performance against
Also me, I'm
Liverpool.
I'm impressed.
Liverpool.
Also me, I'm impressed with the performance. I expected it to be a thrashing by Liverpool.
Yeah.
West Ham did get hammered by Liverpool midweek 5-1. But I think they will respond better. Of course, Moyes have a good record against you lots. Of course, last season beat you due to their mistake. But I'm envisioning it. United, one good performance, next performance really bad. 2-1 West Ham all the way. Come on, you Hammers.
It's also because you're a Chelsea fan. That's why you're predicting
I've
2-1.
actually put it.
Well,
And ask
yeah.
Steven.
No, he's actually put it in his prediction. Yeah,
I've actually put it in prediction league.
He has put it.
So, yeah.
Nah, it's because you're a Chelsea fan. That's why.
Okay, we'll come back this on Saturday. We'll come back to this. 1-0 United. Could see 1-0. That's only right, but yeah. Who's next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. JPT, can Moyes destroy United once more?
No, he can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a West Ham 2-0 win. United, they pulled up a good performance versus Liverpool, but just to be happy to end it with a draw just shows us like the levels of the team. It's gone down with Ten Hag and everything that's going on within the club itself. I mean, they're still scraping wins whenever they can, and it shows with their position on the table. But I think West Ham are just going to come at this game.
But can you really blame Ten Hag?
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying, can you really blame Ten Hag for these problems for this season, or can you blame the owners?
Partially, yeah, because a lot of these players are players that he wanted, and it's not working out. Mason Mount, you got Onana,
no, most of these.
Anthony.
You do realize most of these players are. Well, most of these players are players that he did want. They're not his first options. Like for a striker position, he wanted Darwin Núñez. He didn't get Darwin Núñez. He also wanted who else?
But he
Cardo, Jackpo. He didn't get Cardo, Jackpo.
It all stems.
He didn't get Núñez, isn't it? He ain't no good, Núñez, anyway, is he? Let's be honest.
No, I'm surprised you guys didn't get Gas or Gakpo.
So basically, Hojland is his third option. It's not his first option.
For me, he got his signings. He wanted Mount. In the video, he said you're going to be.
Yeah, Mount's been successful, wasn't he? Bloody hell.
United cannot be sacking every manager they get in like 18 months period.
Look, it comes.
We have to pass but we're not Chelsea. That's the difference between us and Chelsea.
If we put it down to a simple solution, right? When Fergie left, right, Man United were in an okay position. They weren't great because all the players they had were coming to the end of their tenure. They didn't bring in a manager who could rejuvenate that club. They needed a strong personnel manager in charge of that club. Moyes was never the right choice for me. Never the right choice. They needed someone in there, strong-minded manager, who could rejuvenate that team. Go from what Fergie had to a team that he wanted, and then might have been in a better position they are now. Moyes was not the right man. Mourinho was all about fairy tales and glorified hunters. And Ten Hag has tried to utilise different players here and there, but it hasn't worked. Man United lost all their credibility when Fergie left, and they didn't bring in a man who could rejuvenise that club. It's as simple as that. They need a strong-minded person who goes, you know what? This is my club now. Bergie, you've done a great job, but I'm going to make this team great. I'm going to make this team what you had.
Who would you have then, Stephen? Who would you have there,
No, but
Stephen? Who
but
would
you
you
cannot
put
have
in?
a strong-minded manager with this
Who are
ownership.
there? You mean me?
But
Me?
Yeah.
let's move
Would
on
you
to the
have
game.
But,
be
not,
fair,
but
to
the
be
point,
fair.
nonetheless.
Tom or something?
Okay, guys, listen, this is a debate that can probably go on for a bit of a long time. We can all agree that the managerial choices
Hey,
since Ferguson were not
Yeah.
great. Stepsy, you were
No,
right
no.
in saying that Moyes was not the right person, but we can talk ad infinitum as, with regard to who could have gone there. Let's just agree that things haven't quite worked out and it will take some time. I personally think that maybe United should perhaps stick with Ten Hag at least until the end of the season, because
Can't keep getting rid of him.
sacking him midway won't really achieve
Exactly.
anything. Let's see.
Exactly.
Let's see what the team can possibly do if they can, win the FA Cup. Maybe it'll buy him
We're
some,
not
some
not
grace.
winning FA Cup.
But
Give
he's
him
probably
till the end
not.
of the season, you know?
He's
No, I'm
probably
sorry
not
to say
going
we're
to
not
last
with-
very long.
Let me finish.
We're not winning FA Cup.
No,
We're
but
not going
listen,
to win any trophies.
we need to move on and if you've given your
Yeah.
predictions, then that's fine.
Yeah.
I think some of you have given your predictions. My prediction,
Manny.
of course, will
Your prediction.
2-1 to the Hammers. I just think United really, the prospect of United's midfield coming up against a fired-up Ward-Prowse, Bowen, and Kudus. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I can only see this going one way. But
It's well enough
maybe
too.
Ten Hag will inspire them to, play above themselves again. We'll see.
Let's wait. Watch this. Let's watch the Liverpool result, man. The Hammers will come out with a better game plan. Utilise the players that they left out last night. They'll come back, and I'm going for a 2-1 Hammers win as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. B.
Yeah, well, they didn't turn up last night, West End, did they? Let's be honest, that match. So, but I think they'll be there. I think because United, you never know what you're going to get with United, do you? To be honest, so I think I'm going to say the 2-1 West Ham.
So
Forest
everyone has gone with a West Ham one. JPT, did you want to add something or?
Oh no, nothing. Just going off of what Mr. B Mr. B says. Like, you never know what you're gonna get. It's like Forest Gump FC with that team, because it's true. You never know. They'll turn up in the last 5 minutes if they want. I mean, they'll have a bad performance, but they'll come out looking good in another game. It just depends with that game, but just gotta remember that West Ham had a chip on their shoulder after being embarrassed by Liverpool.
Exactly,
Yeah. Next game is Fulham versus Burnley. Of course, no Jimenez. Of course, he got red card again in the Newcastle game. Let's go to Mr. B. Of course, Fulham are 2 points above you, 1 point behind us. Do you think Burnley can do something? And of course, the score prediction.
Oh, well, I don't think Burnley will. I think Fulham will come back to their form that they would before that last game, because they was obviously getting loads of goals, weren't they? Walloping teams 5-0 and all that twice. So I think they should do Burnley. I'm going to go 3-0 Fulham.
3-0. I'm going 2-0 Fulham. Let's go, Stephen.
Burnley were in a bit of a mud hole at the moment. They're still trying to find some wins in the Premier League. They've got 1 or 2, but it's not enough. Fulham obviously won their game in midweek. If you go back to the game where Fulham played Liverpool, they pressed Liverpool and give Liverpool a really good game. I mean, luckily Liverpool ran out winning 4-2 in the end, but they really put up a fight for 75, 80 minutes.
They were done like Newcastle, though, unfortunately, weren't
they? Forget. Yeah, but don't worry about that. It's just that I think Fulham are one of these teams that when they're at home and they're on song, they're too good for any team.
Definitely, yeah.
It's a nice pitch Fulham got there. I mean, they've got some good backing, some good crowds there. Burnley will go there. I don't think they'll put up. I don't think they've got too much to fight up for. So I've gone for a Fulham 2-0 win.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go, Kyle. Kyle, your prediction for this one?
Carl, you're muted.
No,
Oh,
This one.
no.
no,
Yeah.
I'm going 3-0 over, Fulham win of 3-0.
Yeah, good man.
Okay. JPT.
Yeah, Fulham. We'll say 2-0 as well.
And then Manny.
Ooh, I'll probably go for a more convincing 3-1 win. I think Burnley might end up scoring, but that'll be a consolation, as good as it can get for them, really. I mean, Jimenez hasn't exactly been, scoring too many.
He hasn't set the world light, has he?
He hasn't exactly been scoring too many goals. There's been the likes of De Cordova
He
Reed and a few
started
others
scoring
who've
some
been.
though, didn't he? Before he got sent off, he was starting to score some, wasn't he? Him and
He was starting to.
Season.
He was starting to, boys, but I mean, there have been other people who've been contributing with the goals and playing against the Burnley team, which is just completely low on confidence right now. This can only really go one way. I think the Cottagers are going to send Burnley home rather burnt.
Carrots.
Yeah.
But a person that hasn't been on here for a very long time. Some of you might not know him. I think Stephen and Steve. But Mr. Arsenal, Waleed, what's he saying, man? Good.
How are we saying, guys? What are we saying? How are we doing?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
a minute.
I'm good.
So,
yeah.
guys, sorry for the long absence. Can you guys see me?
No worries. Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
So,
see you.
Waleed, just
Oh,
above
perfect.
you
Yeah.
is Mr.
Just wanted to
B.
make a quick little introduction. Appreciate it.
Go on. Go on. Floor's yours. Intro.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say it's been a while. Been a few months since I've been on. Obviously, a few familiar faces. Some of the guys from the group chat, man, like Manny as well. The goal got Hannah as well. Yeah, I'm happy, man. It's been a long time, but can't wait to get into this, man. Let's get right into it.
Yeah. So
I know some of you
like
guys
I
missed
said,
me as
above
well.
you.
So let's just.
Awesome. By the way, awesome won the league. But yeah. Mr. B is a Brentford fan, is above you, and then next to Manny is
Listen, let me know.
Stephen, Luton fan. So yeah. But Waleed, what's
Yeah,
your
fine,
prediction
interesting.
for Fulham Burnley?
Nice to meet you guys. Yeah, hope you have
Yeah, cool.
we're starting off with Fulham and Burnley. Fulham, interesting. All right. I think I kind of still be a comfortable Fulham win. Burnley don't impress me. I'll be wrong. The soul of the club is not the same. Really, we're used to seeing the long ball, Stoke City ball, 4-4-2, hoof it up to Chris Wood and Sam Vokes and them sort of players, hoof it down and score. That's the Burnley that we know, innit? Now they've just become every other team, tiki taka. Yeah, let's try press and all this, and it's rubbish. Let's be honest, it's rubbish. They're trying to dominate the Premier League like they dominate the Championship. Vincent Company needs to realize that you can't do that.
Can't
You've
play
got to
like
play a
that in
certain
Premier
way.
League.
You've got to change your style.
Yeah.
So I think if they carry on playing the way they are, especially at Craven Cottage, when Fulham have been banging in goals, it's an easy Fulham win. I'm gonna say 4-0. Don't rate Burnley.
We'll just quickly let you run through the predictions. Palace Brighton tonight.
Tonight, Thursday night.
Yeah,
Yes,
tonight.
What this is a derby, right?
This one's Sky.
Yeah. Derby, fan derby, really.
Yeah,
the Seagulls and the Eagles.
fair enough. With this game, I'll quickly kick off. I mean, not every team, goes and faces Brighton and absolutely dominates them the way Arsenal did last week. But I do think that
Yeah.
Brighton overall are a very great footballing side. Top in the Europa League group as well.
Yeah.
They've been brilliant this season. But Palace, especially at Selhurst Park, recent weeks have been a bit better. I personally think they should have beaten Liverpool. Overall, I mean, they got a point against Man City, 2 very good performances, and I think they need to build on this confidence now heading into this game. They're at Selhurst Park, one of the best atmospheres in the Premier League. I think they can go ahead and do something. I'm going to go over 2 on Palace win.
Oh, is there one of us?
Oh, yeah, he's the only one who's gone for Palace.
Yeah,
isn't he?
he was going for Palace.
Yeah.
I'm going Palace. I don't know. I thought
Yeah,
something
but
different.
Could be.
Never know.
Villa Sheffield.
Go on then, Villa's Sheffield United.
Has everyone
You go Sheffield United. Look.
Villa Sheffield United? Has everybody given that?
Everyone's done.
All right, Villa Sheffield United. Yeah. 9-0 Villa. Sheffield United are horrible. Send them to League One. I don't want to see them. They're going to do worse than that at this point. They're horrible. I'm gonna say actual serious prediction. I'm actually gonna go 5-0 Villa. Genuinely.
Oh, wow.
Sheffield United are horrible.
Pretty realistic.
I thought Manny's result was big, but you've just helped some money by going 5.
Yeah. West Ham United. Everyone except Kyle has gone with a West Ham win.
Interesting. I don't think I'm gonna go with West Ham win, but I don't think United will either. I'm gonna say draw, in my opinion. I actually was gonna think about going to this game as well, going via 2.
Well, 1-1 with Desmond, you going? 1-1 with Desmond.
Yeah, nah.
No.
I just like.
Can you see goals? Put it that way.
Man. United are just they're not great. They're not great at all. But they're just they're the biggest frauds I've ever seen in it because they're so bad, but they're still in the top somehow. And then you got West Ham, who've actually been pretty good.
Rappers, man.
West Ham on the other day, so I think I'm gonna go over 2-2 draw. Now I'm gonna go over 2-2 draw.
He sees goals.
But Stephen, come to you. Luton Town take on the Magpies.
There you go. Big one.
Obviously, we all know what happened at Bournemouth. Our best wishes still go out to Tom Lockyer. At least he's home now.
He's come home now.
He's come home, yeah. He's still awaiting the test results that he had. He's got a monitor on his heart now, and the hospital monitoring that from the computers. So hopefully that will be okay while he's at home recuperating. It was a devastating thing that we saw at Bournemouth. I mean, luckily me and Tyler were going to go, but obviously we couldn't get there. We saw it on TV, and as soon as he went down, straight away we were frozen. Me and Cole sat there, and we were frozen. And when Billings saw him, waved on the physios, but they were already on their way. They were already running on the pitch. So the medical team from Luton, the medical team from Bournemouth, including their doctor, because when you're away from home, it's the home team's doctor, not the away team's doctor. He came on. The stretchers followed straight after. Obviously, you can see Edwards very upset. Ushered his players away. 15 minutes later, he was still on the deck. Obviously, when he got on the stretcher and down the tunnel, he became conscious again, alert and responsive. Obviously, was in hospital for a couple of days. I like the fact that Bournemouth and Luton fans all came together and were clapping, singing Tom Locker's name. It's like I like to see that the football team is a community. It's not. Yeah, you have the banter, you have all the shouting, the screaming, other teams. But when something like that happens, the football team comes together. It's like a community. We're our family at the end of the day, and it's something to see. Emotional day Saturday. It'll be an emotional day. On 4 minutes, we're gonna do a minute's applause for Tom.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is number 4 club captain, stand-up guy, one of the best performers I've seen in Luton shirt in defence for a long time. Got us to the Premier League, and that pity he couldn't join the celebrations at Wembley, but we all went round. We all went to the hospital after the fans, the family did, and we all had a celebration with him there, which was nice. so he's home now with family. Yeah, I can see us doing this for Tom. We all know Newcastle are very tired, playing so many games. They've had 2 games already this week. This will be the 3rd game in 7 days.
You think Trippier will play again?
I hope Trippier plays and has another stinker.
Yeah.
But no, for me, I'm going to be serious. It's going to be emotional. We're gonna put up a fight. This will put us over. If we win this, this will put us at the 11 points that Derby got. So it'll be that'll spur us on a bit more. I've gone for a Luton 2-1 win for Tom.
Okay.
Sorry if I lagged on a bit, but
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Kai, for that, then we can. Okay, you said there. Quickly shout out your socials and give your prediction for this game.
Right, my prediction for this game is 3-1 for Newcastle, and my socials are if you follow me on Instagram at _F4YT 2019 and then you also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Football Overseas. Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
take
Thanks for coming on, Carl. I got the rest of your predictions. So yeah. Cheers. Who's next? Let's go. Yeah, I'll go next. Of course, Trippier tripped up twice against us in the cup, sent us through. Thank you, Trippier. I'm a long left Chelsea fan currently. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2. I think Luton. I think they will do it for Lockett, but Newcastle will still have that bit to do something and get a result there. But it won't be easy. So yeah, let's go to Money.
Oh, this is a tough one. Obviously, I'm glad that Lockyer has recovered, and of course, there will be some talk as to whether or not he should even continue to play after this. But if Christian Eriksen could play again after a pacemaker, there's no reason why Lockyer shouldn't, if that's what he wants to do. But the most important thing is that it's his decision. He has to make the best decision for himself and his family. And I certainly send him my best wishes and hope that he will be of better health in the coming days, weeks, months, and years. Yeah. As far as Luton are concerned, obviously a lot of people have been speaking about how they'll be motivated to try to do very well, especially against the Newcastle team that has, started to slip of late. But I just see this Newcastle team being a little bit too, slightly too strong for Luton. And I'm not being patronizing when I say that Luton have certainly shown that they are more than capable of a scrap or two, and they will certainly fight really hard. They will fight to the death. But once Newcastle get going, I know they had some help with the Jimenez red card against Fulham, but as long as they've got Wilson and Isak and company, and the midfield is in working order, I don't see Luton getting very much out of this. But I will say that there will be some goals in this, because defensively it'll remain to be seen how strong they really are. There will be some goals in this, because we've had a couple of 3-4 reverses at Kenilworth Road already. This will have some... Yep, I know Arsenal, and I'm coming to Arsenal in a minute, Mr. B. And I'm going to say that this will be 2-3 Newcastle, Luton defeat. Newcastle to score 3, but also concede a couple. And Luton might possibly need to tighten up a little bit defensively if they have designs on staying in the league. And just one very brief note to all of you Arsenal fans who see it fit to crow over Newcastle's stuttering form, which has seen them exit Europe and also lose a few games and go a bit down. Wind your necks in. If you gloat like this about other teams, do not be surprised if other teams laugh at you. Fans like you really give our club a bad name. So in the words of your favorite manager, who has completed 4 years in the job around about today, shut your mouths and eat.
So
So
you've
there'll
got
be
3-2, 3-1.
3-2 to 3-2 to Newcastle.
JPT, I know you need to go also. So your prediction and then your socials.
Yeah. This is gonna be an interesting one to watch. You know, with everything that's happened with the Luton's captain, just being out today. Just glad he's making a recovery and he's still here with us. And you know that's gonna be, and I would say it earlier, it's gonna be in the back of everyone's mind too. Especially who knows if he's gonna be at Killsworth this weekend to watch Luton play. If he is, it'll make even more difficult for Newcastle. I mean, as it was mentioned earlier too, this Kenilworth, it's been a little bit difficult to play in as of late. And I won't be surprised if Luton pulled the result over, especially with the new motivation they have for their captain. Newcastle looking to probably bounce back after exiting Champions League and being knocked out of Carabao Cup. And then somewhere between there, they just got embarrassed by Spurs, which is, I think, worse than anything between everything that just happened as of late. But I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. I think probably Luton are going to equalize late in the game. Probably have everyone sitting home happy.
Okay, fair enough. Your socials?
You find me on Keeping It Real Chelsea, but you'll most likely see me in streams and other watch alongs like on if Oris Talks Football has one, I'll be there. Tony Claude Gunner TV, is another one. CFCOG, Chelsea channels, same with Wolf Fang Division. But yeah, I'll try to host a watch along this weekend, and that's where you can find me. Same as Instagram, Keeping It Real Chelsea. And that's pretty much it. And thanks for having me on again, guys, and happy holidays.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Happy holidays, JPT. Let's move to Mr. B.
Yeah, well, this is interesting game, isn't it? I think, Luton are going to have their chest pumped, mate. Their hearts pumping outside their chests, ready for Lockyer to put on a show for him and perform for him, I think. Newcastle are in a bit of a slump now after going out of the cup. So they want to come back, obviously. But I just think Luton are going to have too much for them here because they're just going to be so determined to put on a performance for Tom Lockyer, and I think they're going to win. It's going to be a lot of goals, 3-2. Luton.
3-2. Walid, if you're there, your prediction. Oh, he stepped out.
Yeah, he's gone.
I think he will join back.
He'll join back.
But yeah, let's see. Forest Bournemouth. Nuno Espirito Santo.
You should go to Manny on this one about Bournemouth. He loves it.
Bournemouth. Yeah, Bournemouth, of course, Manny, secret Bournemouth fan in the skies. Bournemouth on the unbeaten run of 5 games. 1 loss in 7.
All I can say right now is to Forest, what are you thinking? Nuno is a no-no. And look, Steve Cooper definitely had to go. And there were times last season when I thought that he was starting to lose it a little bit. And some of his team selections and the way he, treated a few players, in my opinion, was a little bit out of order. And this season, he's also ostracized 2 players who actually helped Forest get back to the Premiership. Joe Worrell, the club captain, and Scott McKenna, the Scotland international. And look, when things are going really wrong and and everyone's at each other's throats, there can really only be one result. And the club's form was simply not good enough, and Cooper had to leave. But Nuno, sacked by Tottenham, won the league with a Saudi league with Al Ittihad, but was sacked by them. Not good enough to manage in that Farmers League over there. in the desert kingdom, and he comes back to England and gets a job with Forest. Do they literally have a death wish? I don't know. Yeah, Nuno. Kyle's just said this right now, and for everyone, Kyle's channel is called Football Overseas. He said it perfectly. Nuno won't have enough time to set Nottingham up with their new tactics, so Bournemouth will continue their hot form. 2-1 Bournemouth. For me, it could very well be 3-1 because we've already seen that Forest, without Taiwo Awoniyi, are literally toothless in attack. And Chelsea fan, thank you for repeating what I've said.
Awoniyi is not toothless; he's injured, Manny.
No. I said Forest are toothless without Awoniyi.
Yeah. Okay.
And
What about Solanke, Manny? Solanke, you think he'd do well again? 2 goals.
Well, listen, all I can say is that he's so lanky, he's easily the tallest player on their team. And there's been talk about Arsenal possibly going in for him if they can't get Ivan Toney. And people talk about, standards. Look how far we've fallen. But look, credit to Bournemouth. He's a decent player. He was on the books at Liverpool for a bit of time.
And Chelsea.
And he's starting to get some confidence back, as is, of course, Justin Kluivert, son of the legendary Patrick. And I think Bournemouth are at a stage right now where after that win over Newcastle, the players have started to respond well to him, and they're executing a system quite well. And the teams which thrashed them earlier on in the season might come up against them and think, you know what, this is a different team right now. And I don't know if they'll be able to, cope with them. And Forest's home record, which was their pride and joy last season, this season has sort of let them down a little bit. And why Gonzalo Montiel and Ibrahim Sangare saw it fit to give up Champions League action this season to come over to Nottingham, I will never know. They're going to look at that decision and say,
money.
Yep. It's all about the pounds.
Yeah.
I just hope.
Yeah, sorry, Manny. Sorry to interrupt you. There's 6 people currently watching. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Yes.
Continue, Manny.
Do that. Please do that. And so this clearly is not the sort of game that Forest will be looking forward to. And I think Bournemouth will certainly have a plan to pretty much go at them because they're quite demoralised right now with the way things are going. I certainly don't think Nuno will make things better. Nuno is a horrible manager, in my opinion. He worked well at Wolves, but at Tottenham, I think he completely lost the plot. And this should really have a Bournemouth win written all over it. If they can just tighten up their defence, and I think they will. Special mention, of course, to Morara Neto, their captain and skipper, who I had mentioned had been going through a bad patch of form earlier on in the season, but was taken out of the squad due to injury. He's come back. He's gotten back to something like his consistent best. And this one, I'm going to stick my neck out and say Bournemouth should beat Forest 3-1.
3-1. Manny, great man, think like 3-1 Bournemouth. Let me just before we do, just get the Luton predictions. Chelsea fans says Luton 2-0. Newcastle away record is poor.
Yes.
I'm sure Newcastle would win even if they're using the second keeper. I believe Luton Town not on Newcastle level, so still bit harsh. That's how, but we'll see. My prediction 3-1. Just Bournemouth will continue their rampage, and I think they haven't lost against Forest in the last 6 games also. So really good record. Let's go eeny, miny, mo. Steve.
Me, right? Yeah. Well, I don't know if Nuno can't turn Forest around, he might be getting the old Santo the sack, wouldn't it? Santo Claus will get the sack, I think. But he's got the sack so many times it's worse than Father Christmas. So, but anyway, I think I think Bournemouth really are doing well. I changed my mind about them because, I was a bit down on them many years, with their manager and everything. But they've certainly turned things around. Forest are in the right, shit street, really. And, and I don't think they're going to come back anytime soon until, Nuno's had a bit of time there to sort them out. But I think Bournemouth will win it. I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth. I'll go.
1.
Yeah.
Sepsi.
Obviously, I saw what happened at Bournemouth with Luton scoring, then Bournemouth scoring. Obviously, that don't matter. But from what I saw from that, Bournemouth do look good. They look like they've got the bit between their teeth. Then they're going to Newcastle. They're going to Bournemouth. Forest Green was a shot in the dark. I didn't think he was even in the conversation, but obviously he was. I've decided that Forest will pick this. I think for Forest side, it'll pick itself really with the players they've got available. I think it'll be tight. I don't think Bournemouth's away record was too good. I think Forest fans will be out in force to try and give them a boost and give Nunes a good start. I think Sea Ground's a very good place to go for points, but I see Bournemouth just slipping up and losing just by the goal. So go Forest 2, Bournemouth 1.
Ooh. Interesting. Next game, it's Ange Ball versus Sean Dyche Ball. Was Tottenham 2-1-2, Everton 4-1-4, but Onana, oh no. Onana missed the penalty to send Fulham through, and that's really cost them. To send Everton through, and then that penalty cost them. Tottenham have a really good record against Everton. Everton have
Everton on a good run, though. Everton going well, aren't they? Yeah.
They are. I reckon Tottenham just do it because I can't see Everton doing something bad. I reckon Tottenham win. I'm gonna go 2-1 Tottenham. They edge it. Of course, no Basuma. And who else is out for them? I think him and Udogi is also not there. I think too many yellow cards for him.
A dog in a doggy house. Yeah.
But yeah, let's.
Yep.
Tottenham 2-0. I was tempted to go 3-0 Everton, but I realized Everton are currently the top 6 best defensive clubs in terms of goals. So, you wanted to go 3-0 Tottenham, but then realized Everton the best defensive record. Okay, one of the best.
Yeah.
3-0 is a bit harsh. Like, Everton are decent. They're not crap. Like, the only reason in that one was because Garnacho pulled out Stane in the 4th minute. But yeah, Mr. Steve, let's go to you.
Right. As you say, I don't know about this because I think Everton are in really great form, and an old Dice ball is going really well at the moment. Do my Dice impression there. But anyway, I think, I think they're due Spurs because I just think Everton are in really good form here, and I'm gonna go 3-1 Everton. 3-1.
Jeez, 3-1.
Yeah.
Hello, jeez.
That confident.
Stepsy.
Pull
it off.
Obviously, Spurs are not in good form. It's documented that we lost 3 on the bounce, like one after the other. They want to get back on track. Mr. Poglu or Ange, just call him Big Ange.
Well, they're on 22. So
but I'm just going on what their form is. I know they won one, but they've lost 3 on the bounce as well, didn't they? They still want to get back on form because then 3 losses is going to cost them. It's like a bottle job. They'll win one, but they'll lose a couple in the process. But just on their form as present, I know they won one, but the 3 on the bounce really hurt them. Like we said, there's a few players out that Tottenham have got out. Everton, like Mr. B said, good form at the moment, looking comfortable. Out the bottom 3 now because of their 10-point deduction. They're out that now. Going great guns again. But Everton's away record is not the best. Tottenham's record at home is wobbling, but I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going Tottenham 1, Everton 1.
Okay, fair. That's the money.
I'll stick my neck out and go for a Tottenham home win. I take the point that Everton are in an excellent run of form, and I do know that among Tottenham's absentees, Yves Bissouma's absence will probably hurt them a great deal, especially in the centre of midfield. But as long as they've got Brian Keelan and Pedro Porro on the wide, run on the wings, they should be able to give Everton's fullbacks a huge run for their money. It might very well be. I don't think Coleman's back in the team. He was back briefly, but now he's out again. So it'll probably be Nathan Patterson and Mikolenko, or I think Branthwaite was there at left back.
Yeah,
and
Branthwaite, brilliant.
Yeah, and I think Postecoglou will certainly try his bit to find someone who can strengthen that central midfield area. Udogie not being there is a bit of a disappointment, and Romero is going to have to be on his best behavior. But I just think that, Spurs are going to make a great deal of noise, and the home support should be able to carry them through. Everton are doing quite well, but I still see them as a rather limited sort of team. And if Calvert-Lewin or Beto doesn't score, then it's very hard to see where the goals will come from. And of course, when you've got Heung-min Son in your team, the number 1 Son, as we would say. I don't know if you remember the film Mr. B, but from a long time ago. And
was it 70s, 80s, or whatever? I don't know.
Maybe 70s, I would say, and 70s or thereabouts. But Richarlison is quite inconsistent, but he can also, turn it on. Yeah, this has a close Spurs win written all over it. I realise that the form book demands an Everton win, but I'll stick my neck out here and say the Spurs will win this one.
Okay. And now the big one, Saturday night, Liverpool against Arsenal. Money will come to you, but first, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to turn into a Liverpool fan for a few seconds. So, of course, we absolutely smashed West Ham 5-1. Disappointing, of course. Liverpool against United couldn't finish their dinner. Well, didn't create really anything.
They were poor, I thought.
Yeah. Szoboszlai trying to get back to form.
Cracking goals from him.
Scored a few bangers. Yeah. So yeah. I think Liverpool, they can do it, but the big concern is, of course, the midfield. Without McAllister, of course, he got stitches on his knee, something there. And that's not yet fully recovered. So without McAllister, it's going to be tough, especially with Rice in that midfield. Rice alone can dominate the midfield. So, yeah, and of course, Kai Havertz, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Fine form. I don't like him, but he's on form right now. But I reckon Arsenal. Well, first, this will be a mental challenge for them. Can they overcome that mental block? Haven't won at Anfield since 2010. For me, last season they had a better chance than this season. So I'm gonna go with a 3-2 Liverpool win. And as Carl say,
Yep.
5 goals further. Liverpool also have not lost at Anfield. this season. The only game they were 100% record till United, of course, where they drew, and that was also United's first loss. Interesting step there. He thinks Mikel Arteta will get a red card during the
Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me.
That perfectly goes over to Manny. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal. 13 years since you won there at Anfield. Can this be the time?
Nope. No. But of course, if the thing is though, if these two teams draw and Villa beat Sheffield United as expected, the Clarets will be atop the Premier League. The Clarets will be atop the Premier League at Christmas. But then we were top of the Premier League at Christmas last year. We all know how it went. So
with that ball, with the Arsenal ball.
Yeah.
Does this answer your question?
Thank you very much.
Bottle half empty. All right, enough of your shenanigans now. If we were to tactically analyze Liverpool and Arsenal, both teams will enjoy playing a 4-3-3. So how they match up will be interesting. I would definitely say that on form we might have the better central defensive partnership, although Van Dijk and Konate are no mugs. But Zinchenko and Benny Blanco up against Trent Alexander-Arnold and or Joe Gomez on the right and Tsimikas on the left. Even without Robertson, Tsimikas is doing a more workmanlike job, and he can certainly defend a lot better than our Ukrainian. So the prospect of Zinchenko getting skinned by Trent, whether Trent plays at right back or in the midfield, does not fill me with trepidation. Now, in the midfield, of course, people talk about how Kai Havertz is in terrific form. He's scoring goals, but if you take a look carefully, he's not really lending as much to the midfield as Rice and Odegaard would. So we still effectively have a two-man midfield with Havertz in that team. And Liverpool pretty much have a three-man midfield of Szoboszlai on the right, who is hungry for more goals, pun intended. And Gravenberch, who I think also who plays on the left, which is Odegaard's position, if memory serves me right. So Szoboszlai and Havertz, that matchup is really going to be scary. And if Havertz plays over there against Szoboszlai, he's going to get cooked up like the best Hungarian goulash, let me tell you right now. The one thing is that if Rice were to come up against Endo's going to be cooked like the perfect sukiyaki.
No.
Exactly. Because in recent games, whenever Endo has played, he hasn't showed the best of ball control. So Rice certainly has the ability to try to cook him. But then having said that, Rice was pretty ineffectual when we played Aston Villa. So this really is the game where Rice will have to stand up to be countered. And moreover, given the huge Irish diaspora in Liverpool, they're not going to let Declan forget about the fact that he played for Ireland like Jackie Grealish did before jumping ship to play for England. So how he rises to that will remain to be seen. And Liverpool's front three pretty much, wipes the floor with our front three. I have to say that. Jesus doesn't like scoring goals. Martinelli's being wasted on the left. Saka can, be a bit like Graham Chapman these days, make one contribution and then do naff all the rest of the game. So it's really hard to predict this one. I think this is one where the battle could very well be won in the midfield. I think both defenses are going to expect to be on top of their game. Alisson Becker towers over David Raya, not only in terms of height, but goalkeeping ability. So it's a difficult one. I can't look beyond the Liverpool win. And I think, you know what? This could very well be a game where the defenses might cancel each other out. I'm going to stick my neck out and say Liverpool will beat Arsenal 2-1. And so it's not going to be the result that I want, but at least if it'll make Arsenal fans happy, it'll prevent Unai Emery's team from being top of the league. Because I'll tell you what, many of these top gooners do not like Unai Emery one bit. If Emery were to win the league, meltdown.
Yeah.
Up the Villa.
You're on a better manager win it, like.
You bet. You bet. And did I mention that today's Arteta's 4-year anniversary with us? The way people celebrate it, disgusting.
No,
Yeah, I'll echo what May said. I think he's right. I think the midfield is where the battle could be won. I don't see Endo. I don't see Royce being Endo. I can see that being a matchup of him skinning him once and then him beating once. One 6 of one hustle and the other. I can't see him beating him all the time. Gravenberch and Sabosai, very hungry players for Liverpool. Obviously, Sabosai wants to score more goals. Gravenberch wants to go forward more. But I think they'll have to stay back slightly a little bit because Arsenal will also have some quick players that will counter them on the break.
I think Liverpool can also counter on the break.
Obviously, the front line: Liverpool, Salah, Diaz, will counter Nunes. Not a problem, not a factor for the Arsenal. Arsenal could picnic around him all day.
Diaz too, he's been poor.
But Diaz and Salah up there will cause some trouble for Arsenal's defences. Like you said, Manny, it does depend where Arnold does play. He's not the best defender. You see that against Luton. You see that against Arsenal, Villa. He doesn't get back. He doesn't trap back. And if anyone gets behind him, Arsenal will have field day crossing the ball in and finding someone on the end of it. I'd prefer Timbergas to play there, and if they want to play Arsenal, Arnold, I prefer him to play in midfield. But there'll be goals. There'll be goals, like you said. Both defenses will have to stand up and be counted for. But I've gone for an Anfield fortress win of Arsenal 3, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 2.
Okay. Steve.
Right. Well, I think if Liverpool turn up here, I think it's all over for Arsenal. I mean, it's game over for them, and really go at them and whatever. Because it's all right beating teams like Brighton and whatever. But you're up against Liverpool with all their attack, great attack they got. They just got so many players that could hurt you there, I don't think. I think you will get one, and I'm going to go with Chelsea fans score 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool, same as JPT. He's also gone 2-1. Carl gone 3-2. 3-2
Mandy,
Liverpool.
I don't know. I can't believe we're signing with each other 3-2 here.
Yeah. Next game. Oh, this one.
Wolves and Chelsea.
The Christmas Eve, all Christmas Eves. This.
Yeah. Of course, we won't go into why it shouldn't and why it should be played on Christmas Eve.
It's the first one in 14 years to be played on Christmas Eve?
We won't go there.
Yeah.
Let's not go there.
I feel sorry for the Chelsea fans that actually wanted to take it for this.
2-1. Can you soften them up for us, Hanno, Wolves? Can you soften them up for us? Because we got them next after you.
Yeah, well, just be thankful you got Man City at the moment. Just be thankful they're in Saudi Arabia having fun in the club championship.
So yeah, of course it would be 3-1 in 3, 2-1 in 2 in the Premier League. But of course we beat them last season at the Bridge. But last time we beat them at the Molineux was 2019.
You said that on your stream, didn't you? 2019.
Yeah. Wolves 2-1, 0-0 and Wolves 1-0. I don't like playing Wolves. They always beat us.
The Wolves are hungry, don't forget.
And they lost the weekend. Yeah. Lost to West Ham.
3-0.
Wolves are going to win this game, let's be honest. I'll go 2-1. 2-1 Wolves. Carl, 2-1. I feel Wolves would beat Chelsea. I'm going to go with my gut prediction. I feel Chelsea crumble.
I like Gary O'Neill. I think he's. I think.
It's Gary O'Neill also.
The Chelsea fan agrees.
Gary O'Neill. What he's done at Wolves is good. What Bournemouth was a travesty. I don't know why Bournemouth decided to get rid of him. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Only Bournemouth board will be able to tell you why. But he's done a good job at Wolves. Yeah, they want a bit of Christmas cheer on Christmas Eve. They want to go with 3 points. Chelsea won't make it easy for them though. Chelsea are one of the teams that when they want to turn up, they will turn up and they will put in a performance. The only person that I rate out of Arsenal at the moment is Sterling. He's doing great. He's the one that's run the show for Chelsea.
Let me be real. Except for some games he turns up, other games he's not. He's like
but he's the one that's turned up more than any other player. I mean, Gallagher's putting in a performance. Gallagher puts in performance when he wants to put in a performance as well. They're playing like individuals at the moment.
Yeah, on their day, players, on their day.
They're not. The problem with Chelsea is they're not performing as a team when they should be performing as a team. There's so many egos in that team. It's making it difficult for Pochettino to. No, come on! Don't beat around the bush, Hannah. You know there's egos in that team.
Name me 5 players. Name me 5 players.
Got Kunku there. He come on the other day.
They're individuals. There's youngsters like Mudryk and all that that want to perform well. That they ain't performing as a team. Gallagher's running around like his chicken, trying to make a name for himself to be in the England squad.
Yeah, I don't rate.
Name me 5 players with egos in our team.
Well, Fernandez definitely got an ego. There's no doubt about it. You see it from him.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I think Casillas got an ego. He don't show it, but he has. You don't think so? Watch him sometimes. He has.
Oh. Jackson can't finish his dinner, can he? Jackson, half the time.
No, I don't. I'll tell you what, Jackson. I don't think he's got.
Okay, you've named one player.
Jackson's one of them. Yeah. I can name 3, 5 maybe a bit too stretch, but 3 definite.
Yeah.
3 out of the 20
Jackson. No, I wouldn't say Jackson's got an ego.
I'm saying he can't finish his dinner.
Jackson's a trier, and I'll give him credit for that. He's a trier.
Jackson. His biggest battle is staying onside.
I don't think he's a striker. I don't think he's a top striker, but he's a trier, and I'll give him credit for that. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that play for themselves in that team.
Mudryk.
Pochettino makes it hard to pick a team. But when Chelsea do turn up, when they do perform well. Like I said, I'll sit on the fence for this one because I don't see Wolves beating Chelsea, and I can't see Chelsea dropping points against Wolves. I've got them sense of 1-1.
Okay, I still don't know how you get that. We have egos when you can name 3 players out of a 20. I just
think there's 3 or 4 egos there that make Chelsea good.
How can 4 players out of a 25-man squad make you? No.
Yeah, but okay, I have a 20-man squad, but how many of the 25 actually play for Chelsea? Not many, because it's the same team we can't do enough all the time. He's playing Casado, but I don't think he should play Casado because Casado's shite. He ain't done what he was meant to have done.
It's not shite. He's been one of our best midfielders.
Okay, you watch because I don't think Casado's any good.
Okay. Well,
I don't think Mudryk's got the goals to carry that team either.
Yeah.
But Jackson, I do like Jackson. I think Jackson's a trier, and he does bring something different to the Chelsea team.
Shut up. Jackson is rubbish. Mudryk.
Well, you're giving fuck all, so it don't really matter, does it?
Mudryk has literally played like 3 years of international football. Right. What is he supposed to do?
Who?
Mudryk.
Yeah, but hold on. Okay. He's played internationals, yeah? Who's he played for?
Ukraine.
Says it all, doesn't it, really? Who they got? Who else have they got? It's not like England. You can pick people out of the woodwork. Ukraine's a little bit different. They ain't got no one there. So you got to play the players that are playing the Premiership. It's Ukraine, for God's sake. Come on.
If we play a real left back and right back, we can win that game. Michael Jackson is a better.
Well,
I think Jackson's okay. I think he's a trier. I think he does bring something different to Chelsea. I really do.
Okay, just like Carlton Morris tries, yet he does.
I don't fucking. Carlton Morris ain't even fucking playing for them at the moment, is he? Adebayo's playing.
Yeah, exactly, because he's a trier. He's not a doer.
Yeah.
He can't do nothing.
Well, that's why he ain't playing for them at the moment. That's why he's on sub bench. Because he ain't playing.
Exactly.
Because he ain't trying.
But yeah, Steve.
Man, you can seriously you can try me, but I'll answer everything.
if you two lads are finished, right, and you're
Me and
gonna go,
Hannah
go in the ring,
fine.
we're going to go in the ring, slug it out. Come on, slug it out in the ring.
Me and Hannah, a love-hate relationship is fine. We'll be friends tomorrow. We'll be friends tomorrow.
You're going to slug it out in the ring. Old Rocky.
I love Hannah. Don't worry.
What do you think of one?
I think.
I swear.
I think. I don't know. Chelsea could get a result. You know, I don't know. I mean, the Wolves are going to bare their teeth, of course, but I think I still think Chelsea could nick it. You know, I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. Yeah, I actually think they could do it, and make it easier for us. If we get a Wolves that are toothless for the next game, that would be even better. So,
yeah, in this case, they don't so much have teeth; they've got fangs. So you got it there. And of course, I will have the last prediction for this, and I will say right now that this is actually a good time to be playing Wolves, but of course, going to Molineux and trying to get a result will be very, very difficult. If Chelsea can succeed where Manchester City and others have failed, then that will give them a little bit of confidence. And I just wonder if Gary O'Neill will get some of his injured players back fit in time to start and make a difference from the very beginning. If he can do that, then that'll be well and good. I think they might be relying a bit too much on Hwang Hee-chan up front, and one or two other players.
Bentley, by the way. So if Wolves do score, I want it to be him. But continue.
Yeah, and so Hee-chan Hwang obviously has to try and score for Wolves to have any hope. Bentley started off well, but the motor works. The motor doesn't seem to be running very well for him at the moment. It is a good time to be playing. And Chelsea at the moment, I wouldn't necessarily say they have a squad of egos, but they are disjointed. And I think that is something on which you can agree with me, Hanno. And they need someone who can be a little bit of a sort of honey string that can really, bind them together very well. And why you saw it fit to let Kovacic go, I will have no idea.
Yeah,
at least with him in the...
Manny, don't defend.
Well, I mean, he can't be that bad if Manchester City signed him.
Name me 2 games he's played.
You've done it now, man. You've done it now.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, I was just joking because obviously, they had to get someone to fill the void left by Gundogan.
Well, maybe you go to Arsenal. I thought you would have gone to Arsenal. They get all the Chelsea rejects, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've already got 2 in Georgie Porgy and then Kai Havertz, but it is what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if Kovacic were to end his career with us, and that would become a retirement home. But it is what it is. But look, I just think that Chelsea are as maddeningly inconsistent as they are. This is the game which obviously they will look to try and really assert themselves. I think the goalkeeping situation doesn't really help with Sanchez out. Is Sanchez injured, by the way? Because Petrovic has played the last few games.
He's injured.
So will you be going for a new goalkeeper in January?
Petrovic ain't too bad, is he? He saved the penalty or something. He saved a penalty.
He hasn't really had anything to do the last 2 games, but it isn't bad.
So now, of course,
they're getting Tony for 55 million in January.
Yeah, so of course Chelsea now have their own Georgie Porgy, and his name's Petrovic, and he's not doing too badly. But Bettinelli on the bench, former Fulham youth. You might need another goalkeeper, especially if you have signs on, winning that Carabao Cup. And a question for you, Hanno, before we end this: if Chelsea were to somehow win the Carabao Cup, would you give Poch another year?
Oh,
if we win the Carabao Cup and get top 8. Oh no, top 7.
Well, listen. If you win the Carabao Cup, you go into the Europa League anyway. So
No, I think that's FA Cup, isn't it?
No. FA Cup, you go into Europa League. League Cup, you get Europa.
yes.
It's
Also,
both.
okay,
You got to
win the League Cup then.
FA Cup, runners up and winners going to Europa. In League Cup, only the winners.
Okay.
No,
interesting.
the runners-up don't get to go. The
Yeah,
runners-up.
Millwall got in there.
No,
Millwall got in there.
No, Millwall
Well-
got there because I believe, if memory
They're runners
serves
up
me
in
right.
the FA Cup.
No, the reason why Millwall got there, Stepsy, is because United finished second in the Premiership, so they they went into the.
Well, I've always
Europa
seen
League.
the FA Cup runners up getting Europa.
No, the runners-up only go into the Europa if the winners qualify for the Champions League.
Oh well, it's still the same.
Yeah.
But if you win, but like you said, if you win the League Cup, you've got Europe anyway. So you don't really need top 8, but top 7 do really, if you win it. But you got to win it first.
Yeah, they've got to win it,
Like I
and
said,
hopefully,
if you win it and get into Europa, will you give Poggio another year? That's what he's actually asking. Will you actually give him it?
and he answered, if they win and Chelsea finish high enough, then yes, one more year.
So
Right,
what,
Hannah?
you go top 8 or top
A lot
7?
of ifs there, isn't it? A lot of ifs.
You
Yeah.
go 7 for 8.
Top 7.
Top
I
7,
need
okay.
7.
All right.
Yeah.
Or they
Okay.
could just do an Arsenal and keep the manager on whatever, no matter how he's doing.
To be fair,
Ah,
we need
don't
to
stop. Even Chelsea have more standards than that.
Yeah.
They're not going to
I
do
think
that.
that's fair. Top 7 for Chelsea at the moment is reasonable, and to win the Carabao Cup, which they have a very good chance doing. Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. Top 7 and winning the cup. I think that's a Chelsea standard at the moment. Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll wrap it up here. See you next time. Take care.
Take care, Chelsea fan.
Cheers, mate. Cheers,
turn
Carl.
up.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah,
God
peace
bless.
out, Kyle. Yeah.
Carl, God
Let's
bless.
give socials. Let's be.
Mr. Beef, Hive Football Chat, Mr. Beef Life 182. Obviously, I've got a little bit coming up. Obviously, next week got the preview for the Wolves game. Don't know actually what day that's going to be, because obviously you've got Boxing Day and stuff before it all. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, obviously. So I don't know. I might do it earlier. I may do it over the weekend, possibly Saturday. But anyway, I've got that coming up, and obviously a few other things. I was even thinking about doing a debate show on the Super League. I don't know if that was mentioned on this show.
Yeah,
about the Super League.
We
Oh,
did
right.
talk about it. You weren't there, but now, of course, you can do your debate because we would love to hear what you have to say about it.
Well, I'll probably do a special show about that, Manny. I think that's what I'm planning on doing. So it may be tomorrow, might be Saturday. So just look out for that, everyone. And keep subscribing to me because obviously I'm still on 79 and it's still going well. So I want to get up to that magical 100 at some stage. It'd be brilliant. And come on, you bees, and very Merry Christmas to everyone and Happy New Year to everyone out there. And have a safe one and safe and happy rest of the year. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you for that. Steve, Manny.
Socials. Manny Thangadorai 1981 on Instagram and Threads. Thangadorai 1981 on Twitter. YouTube. Oris Talks Football. Coach's Corner. Delboy Gunner TV. Tony Claude Gunner TV. Danny AC TV. Up the Cherries in all departments. Northside LDN. Eugen Spurs Asia TV. Several other channels, which I can't really name at present. Football United as well, with Anthony Herbert, been on his stream on several occasions. Also, Old School Gunner. Just a few, several others, of course, as I've said. And these are actually rather tumultuous times in which we're living. So in addition to wishing everyone happy holidays, I'd like to wish everyone peace and goodwill. And I hope that we don't take for granted how fortunate we are to be alive and also have family and friends who we love. Life is short. We never know what's guaranteed. Just make sure that this time of the year should be spent with the people you love and telling each other how happy and lucky you are to have each other in your life. So peace, goodwill, happy holidays, and thank you all for your support over this last year. And we hope to see you in one stream maybe before New Year's Day, but in case we don't, enjoy this period, and we will see you soon.
No, not the space, Stephen.
Yeah, I echo what Manny said. Yeah, everyone enjoy your Christmas, enjoy your holidays. Yeah, spend it with your loved ones, tell them how much you love them and all that. Yeah, my socials, obviously I'm not doing YouTube at the moment. I will get back to it at some point when my mental health picks up a little bit. It's just a bit of a shit time in my head at the moment. So I'll get back to it. But I've still got some socials. Obviously, you can find me at Stepsy Boy on Instagram, on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, at StepsyBoy82. And you can always drop me on Facebook or send me a like or whatever on Stepsy, Stephen Stepsy.
Okay, and then of course my socials. First we'll do, of course, Rest Talks Football. It's not Sunday, so yeah, but Rest Talks Football on Instagram, and then on Twitter, Rest Talks Footy. But do make sure to smash the like and subscribe on this channel. If you are new, of course, I think we gained 2 new subscribers. Trying to get to 500 by the end of the year, so if you can, do share the channel. So yeah,
don't
my
cost nothing to like and
socials
share.
is Instagram _coach_corner, Twitter and center830030, TikTok Coach Corner 1.
Come on England tonight, by the way, against West Indies. Playing at the decider, 8 o'clock, England West
Yeah,
Indies.
we lost at the side, so yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
England.
Hopefully Palace can do me a favor. So yeah, be up everyone. And
Big up
see
Tom
you
Lockyer, big
in
up
a
Luton.
bit.
God bless you all.
Cheers.
Peace.